What's up, you guys? This is Tim Trevathan with Tim Trevathan Homes and Keller Williams Realty, and in this video I'm going to go over the top 5 pros and cons of buying new construction in Georgia. We're going to get started right now. Hey guys, if this is your first time to my channel, make sure to subscribe because I cover all kinds of real estate content, especially here in the North Metro Atlanta area. I cover a lot of videos, not just with new construction, but also with other things like pros and cons, cost of living, and top neighborhood videos. So don't forget to subscribe. This is gonna be a good one. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Number 1, brand new. Well, this is a no-brainer, right? New construction's new. New is new, of course. But what does that mean to you if you buy it? Well, the cool thing is with new construction, when you buy it, everything's brand new and you don't have to worry about doing any kind of repairs for a good number of years, probably at least for the first 4 or 5 years. With a resale, you're gonna have to possibly fix your HVAC. That could be a $5,000 fix, a roof, that could be a $10,000 to $15,000 fix, and a water heater, that could be a $1,000 fix. The cool thing with new construction, the first thing that you'll probably have to replace or repair because of its shorter lifespan will be the water heater, which for that is a minimal cost of about $1,000 with materials and labor. So versus other things like the roof, depending on the shingles, it could be 20 to 30 year lifespan, and an HVAC system that could also be 20 to 25 years. So in the duration of the time that you live in the home, you're not gonna have to worry about many repairs. I remember I bought a 2001 built home in 2018, and in 2 years, I had to replace the HVAC system, the roof, and the water heater, all 3 items. I also did a lot of other things. The fence was old. I had to get a brand new fence for the backyard. The paint was getting really worn down, so I had to get totally new exterior paint for the house. And I ended up doing some upgrades, such as getting new lights in the house. All of that costs a lot. Con number 1 would be always in subdivisions. Now, for some people, they may like this. In fact, probably a lot of people like to be in subdivisions and have neighbors and a community, a sense of being close with other people. But the thing is, there are some people that may prefer to have a new construction home that is on a main road that's not in a subdivision without an HOA. And the thing is, there just aren't that many of them. And if you want one that's like that, a lot of times you have to buy the land first and then build the home, which is another headache because that process is a lot longer and more complicated than buying from a builder. Pro number 2, home warranty. With resale, you don't always get a home warranty, but with new construction, you do. And a lot of times they give you the 1-10 home warranty where they protect the structure for all the damages and the inside of the house and workmanship and so forth. The cool thing is this lasts for the first 12 months. And while yes, there might not be that many things that break down in the first year, all of that does break down gets covered. And a lot of times the builder will recommend that on the 11th month, that's when you want to file to the home warranty company all that you want to get requested of repairing, because that will be the time where most everything has already been done in terms of the damage that can get repaired within that 12-month time period. And the cool thing is, if you have an emergency, you can always get something done even before then. For example, the house that I am recording in right now is my own house that is a new construction house we closed on 6 months ago. In this past 6-month period, I've had a doorbell that broke. The electrician came out and replaced the entire doorbell with a brand new one. I'm not talking about the button, but I'm talking about the actual ringer inside the house. Replaced it for free, came out in less than a week. I had a piece of hardwood that actually came up, and he said that it was very rare for that to happen in such a short amount of time. The hardwood company came out, started to chisel away at that piece, gave me a brand new piece of hardwood. It is awesome to have the home warranty with new construction. Con number 2 would be small lots. Now, some of you may know that the lot sizes with new construction are small, but did you know that there's something else you gotta think about? The direction of the house. And no, I'm not talking about cultural differences such as Chinese or Indian that want a house facing the north direction or Koreans preferring houses facing the south direction. I'm talking about in relation to the sunlight. And here's the thing, with lots being so small, the houses next to you could be so big that it literally blocks out the sun from coming to hit the grass in your yard, where you can see in this picture here that I actually have moss growing in certain areas of my grass within 2 months of living here because of the direction of the sun in relation to where my house is facing. So sometimes you want to get a house that's facing east or west because that's where you're going to get the most sunlight. Now, if the lots are bigger, you don't have to worry about it. And if you don't care about taking care of your grass, then that's also something you don't have to worry about. But if you do want a landscape or you do want to have a nice yard and maintain your house well, then it does matter with the direction of the house because of the lot sizes being so small. Now, as of this video, probably the biggest lots that I know of are up and coming for new construction, and they are 0.4 acres. I've yet to see anything that's any bigger than that for a new construction subdivision. Most of the time, I find the lot sizes to be as small as 0.1 to 0.2, and with the smaller ones, such as Ashton Woods, Encore, and Duluth, I could literally just stick my arm out and I'm touching my neighbor's house. And the reason for this is simply there isn't much land left. And for builders to profit off of the construction of the homes, they need to be able to build as many homes as they can by fitting them on these small lots. That's the unfortunate thing. And the thing is, I don't see this kind of trend changing. The lot sizes are always going to be small because that's the way that builders build, and that is all that's left with land. Pro number 3, customizable interior. Now, the cool thing about new construction is, for the most part, you can choose the different design options inside your home. When you go under contract with a new construction home, within a few weeks later, you go attend what's called a design appointment at the design center at the builder's location. And there you get to choose the type of granite you want for your countertops, for your bathrooms and kitchen. You get to choose the type of backsplash you want, the type of cabinets, whether you want 36 or 42-inch cabinets. And there's a lot of other things that go into it, like the hardwood color, the paint color for the walls, and even the fireplace, whether you want marble or stone. It depends on the builder. Some give you a lot of choices, others don't give you as much. But the great thing is that you can customize it, whereas with the resale, what you see is what you get, and if you want to renovate or remodel, that has to come out of pocket after closing. With new construction, you can choose what you want inside the house, and it gets built into the loan. That's huge. Now, as far as exterior, you don't have as much choice in it, but with some builders you can. You can get different kinds of brick colors as well as different types of siding. So depending on the builder, Toll Brothers being one that's highly customizable for exterior is a good way to go, but keep in mind with the prices. Other than that, you can go with other ones like Almont Homes or Taylor Morrison, where they may give you some choices with the outside. Almont Homes was a really big one in terms of being able to have a variety of brick colors, and that was one thing I liked about it, which is why I bought from them. Con number 3, cheaper materials. Now, I don't have the specific details on this, but just from observation alone, I can tell that homes that are built in the last 10 years are just not as sturdy and durable as I've seen with older homes that were built in the 90s or even 80s. For example, if I'm walking on the second floor, I can hear the floor squeaking in just less than a year of walking through a new construction home. Versus an older home in the 90s, the floors are not even squeaking. Not just that, also the siding is different. A lot of times the builders are building these homes with hardy plank siding, which is a good quality siding. It's better than cedar, for example, or even stucco, but I'm seeing more of the hardy plank versus the brick. You may find a home with a brick front and the 3 sides, the sides and the back being hardy plank, versus many years ago, you would have a 4-sided brick home. Pro number 4, resale value. And this is a big one, and the statistics show that the newer homes, they sell for more money and usually faster. And there's a reason why. People love new homes. And there's a lot of other reasons that if you go into the details, you'll find out why. It's not just because it's new, but there's a cultural impact with TV shows like HGTV channels, with these shows that show these really beautiful, nicely ornate, glamorous type of homes that people expect to see in their home when they buy new construction. And not only that, I think that it also has a higher resale value because, one, there are less homes being sold on the market now than say 15, 20 years ago. And people are living in their homes longer. The average amount of time that a homeowner lives in a home now is 10 years versus 15 years ago when the average was 5 years, half of that. So what does that mean? There are less homes on the market, which means there's less newer homes available for sale because people are living in them longer. So when they do go on the market, people are buying them up. And the other reason why is because if people want to renovate their home, they don't have the money to spend. But with a home that is new, it's already renovated as the standard because of it being a new construction builder, putting in all the stuff that people know to be the trend that they like. And therefore, it gets built into the loan. They're not coming out of pocket to do any kind of renovation after they close. What they see is what they get, and it's already built into the loan. They purchase the home, they move in. It is all the way that they want to start. Con number 4, delays with building time. Now, in the state of Georgia, it usually takes 5 to 6 months to build a home, but with the high demand and the supply and labor shortages that we faced in the last few years, this has really become a con in the sense that now you're seeing homes that are 5 to 6 months to complete are now taking 8 to 10 months to complete. My home took 11 months. We were under contract for 11 months before we closed on our home. Now, why is this a bad thing? Maybe you can wait that long because you already got a house that you don't have to, worry about. You just keep living there and then move into the house once you close. But for some, they're in an apartment complex where they have a lease that ends on a certain day. They're trying to extend it, but they can't, or they could do month to month, but they end up paying more, or they have to somehow just move and find somewhere temporary to stay, which causes them to move twice in a short amount of time, and it can cause a lot of stress and headaches. The other thing to think about is the longer it takes to build the home, what your interest rate is now is not the interest rate that you're gonna get when you purchase the home. You go under contract today, and for example, the interest rate is 5.5%. The time that you lock in the rate will be 30 to 45 days before completion time, which at that time, the rate could be higher, 6 or 6.5%. And last but not least for the pros would be pro number 5, happy wife. Say what? Yes, I'm serious. Happy wife. My wife was so thrilled to be able to buy and move into a new construction home. And there is something about newness that is just great, not just for us as a husband or as a man, but for the woman. They turn a house into a home. And truly, it is remarkable, not just in the way that the home transforms into a beautiful thing that you could see on the inside and out, but it's also that to keep the wife happy, or not keep her happy, but just seeing her happy is a wonderful thing. Look, when we were looking at homes that were resale, we saw a lot of good resale homes. But then there are a few that were just old, musty, they're not updated, they didn't look attractive, it didn't look like a home that we would want to put in the work to be able to renovate. But with new, it was all there, everything was set just the way that we wanted, and truly, having her as a happy person is what makes me happy. And last but not least on the con list, con number 5, premium high price. It goes without saying that these are the top dollar value homes. And there's a reason why, because they're brand new. They're being sold usually 20 to 25% higher than the price of homes that are resale homes or used homes that are on the market currently. So be aware that if you want to buy a new construction home, yes, it's brand new, but you have to pay a pretty penny. As long as you've got the funds, then you can buy it. Now, if you want to know more about the buying process of new construction, then you definitely want to check out my video here about the 5 most important things to know about buying new construction in Georgia right now. This video is a must-see if you've considered about buying new construction, and especially for those that have been on my channel for so long, as I have done a lot of new construction videos of different communities in Metro Atlanta. So don't forget to check that video out, subscribe to my channel, please share this video. Hope to see you on the next one.